morning to a next edition on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Welcome to an edition on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube, and thank you very much for joining us here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Sir, BBI come in terms of everything I want to do. Of course, guys, so we are new to the channel, myself. Subscribe to the channel, not any notification. Of course, to some of you also who share the link, and then also more comments and everything. It is very much appreciated. I was on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, not any notification, not in the notification 10, choose all. Na bibia enye come. I mean, finally, transfer window no a close. You see, there's something I wanted to say. Sir, Joao Felix to Chelsea in the summer. I remember at the time I said I agree. I'm in super support of Chelsea project now. But in the one thing that I did not agree, and I still don't agree now, was Joao Felix. Maybe it was just about balancing the books at the time. And not sporting directors, no person one day, Conor Gallagher called Atletico de Madrid. No money pure profit, 50 million. No money to books so. Because Chelsea did not need Joao Felix. But he needed to do an accounting job. Into to an extent, you understand. And make how we have a BC so. Social Joao Felix or by Chelsea now. The game time is largely reduced. One more matches, baby. Again, away from the game time and largely reduced our Chelsea. Enzo Maresca consistently said in pre-match press conference, post-match press conference, said, or the same players Cole Palmer and in Kuku. In don't mean Bohumi and one game. And it's not possible. He said it several times, tried to explain why. Of course, some of us explains that tactically there are ways Enzo Maresca can use Joao Felix and then play him together with Cole Palmer if he wanted to. But it was clear. In fact, if you read from Matt Law was clear, said in the summer, all of the Chelsea players no more turning Enzo Maresca did not have a problem. The only player Chelsea for had a problem, Enzo Maresca had a problem with was Joao Felix. I said no there. On the sporting directors no come home. I catch you say we don't need Joao Felix. And Joao Felix is an aesthetically pleasing player. On him chain, on him dribble, but aesthetically pleasing. It's not about effectiveness. Sometimes you need players who are more effective. Trust me, that's how accounting sense him now. And Conor Gallagher watch Chelsea team the one. In times where Lavia Epra and we want to be transitional, Conor would have been a super weapon for Chelsea for honor. Conor would have been an excellent weapon. So Caicedo, Conor, now all the Enzo Fernandez are come. No pushy Conor out top as the aggressor to lead the press or Honor. Then Caicedo and Enzo Mo are floating in the house piece with a huge stretch tactical structure and regiment. That should have been top. But it's about accounting, and that's how you have to go in. Sometimes as football fans, I say we understand that it goes beyond just okay, me a fan, I say 3 points inside man. It goes beyond that. I understand every fan as an analyst. Then I will have an endless job of trying to convince you as a fan, say, Jenny to say me. But that's not your job. Anything that they be a sebi. Who deeming it fits okay. Me family for me Fiifi. You want to see the game from a different point of view. Me say you have to me once a game for a different point of view. And it's my job to try and explain. But I always have to leave you to enjoy it from the fan point of view. And that's a decision of yours, which is very, very important. But seriously, I said it at the time. People feel say, oh, Fiifi and Joao Felix no, and on him chain, a techie player. Yeah, great. But I mean, in the grand context of Nyana Chelsea, Chelsea they don't need a certain Joao Felix. Ball on him, boy, you can't take it away from him. I've said it several times. Nipa or Joao Felix Bonepa is the person that took him to Atletico de Madrid. And did not aid his development. And a tranketino, Okoha Kakra, no Abaka, Atletico de Madrid, Barca Kakra, Chelsea Kakra, Wababa to Chelsea Kakra, Nafi and AC Milan Kakra, AC Milan, and Sergio Conceição. Conceição is a no-nonsense man. Conceição, or another no-nonsense man like Enzo Maresca. Inti say, your man I call now I'm going to change the Bob Bernasi one, yeah, you my day and more bona. Oh, you be more. the days where Jorge Mendes can speak to managers and stuff like that. Yes, maybe Conceição is Portuguese, Jorge Mendes is Portuguese, Joao is Portuguese. So maybe they can do some convincing and then ask Conceição to play him. Maybe they will push Tijani Reinders to a deeper role because Benacer Echo, Gabi Asoko. Then they can have a proper 10 woman team because they don't have. If you look at which Ruben Loftus-Cheek or more of an 8 box to box. If you look at Tijani Reinders a deeper, Yunus Musa a deeper. So now they can have a proper 10 in Joao Felix. And Chelsea hope and they said by the time the summer comes, they will get good money for Joao Felix. Maybe a 10 million profit after 40 million on the turn if you are Atletico de Madrid now. Or it's something that maybe they would want to try and do. And I'm seeing this off the back of after say Chelsea about West Ham match now. Enzo Maresca in a pre-match press conference, beside say, Sisi Joao. Now, how are you going to manage your attackers now? Say, issues be here. I say, you're Tyree George on. You let me about Tyree George out wide. Me say Joao moderate issues now on. But say Tyree George on, we will trust him. Tyree George will play out wide. And no crash. You shouldn't say a problem. Company Guku has it right. Okay, you let me about Marco Correa wide. Or no Haggett as time because usually Marco Correa plays as inside and the house plays usually underlap. And this one he will overlap rather. No matter in Kuku rather in the house space as a second striker with Obitse Magiu sending me in the latter part of the game against West Ham. And I think that the West Ham United game has opened a different way of play for Enzo Maresca and Mantiana. That is how most likely they are going to be playing from now to the end of the season. I think Magiu development has gone to a notch higher. And now he is going to see a lot of games. One of the things that was very excellent and happened in the game against West Ham, that looks like a new dawn to me. Time Maresca and substitutions. It is clear. So at the time, he had issues with a lot of the players now. And tactically, he was trying to let the sporting directors know that it's not going to be all rosy. We can win the matches, but we will make certain mistakes. And Oshe match here, when he brought on Pedro Neto in a game, took off Rhys James to manage him. When he made Chelsea or their branch friend Christopher and Kuku Beba tweak it a little bit more with Magiu. And I said it the last time, said Magiu gives Chelsea something different from what Nicolas Jackson and the man. In the box, the first goal that Chelsea shared the taker, Pedro Neto goal. When the ball was claimed by Pedro Neto Nankasa in the box, you could see proper activity, battle with Kilman to try and head the ball and get a goal. That is the kind of center forward that not Chelsea for Nikase Omope in the summer, in January. Yes, I have said it several times, as I said. It doesn't make sense to look for your number 1 player in January. You won't get him. Or you'll be forced to go and buy your number 3. And then in the summer, you'll say, oh, this is not what I wanted. And you want to change him. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion. So now, Chelsea for Naka said in the summer, in January, we are almost called Nottingham Forest for centre back, a friend Morello on Brazilian centre back. And Kofobi Gidi said he's one of the best in English Premier League. They went to him. They had conversations. Now a sporting owner of Nottingham Forest. That blocked the sale because whatever amount that Chelsea wanted to buy Morelli for, he decided that he wasn't going to take it and he would keep his best player or Nottingham Forest on him because they believe that they are doing something really important. They believe that they can probably qualify and go and play in Europe. If they can play in Europe, it's a big one. City ground on them. If they can go on and go and play in Europe, which is something really, really, really huge over there for themselves. And they decided to block it. Now, I like the fact that Chelsea for their core, they wanted to go and get their number 1 on when they have said, okay, fine, we won't go on and go and look for anybody again. It's a smart squad building process. Chelsea squad building, problems can crowd. Main problems essentially is someone like Robert Sanchez. Up to today, I do not understand Nintia Chelsea for a use of Brent and Robert Sanchez as number 1 when they had bought all of these players, especially in terms of goalkeepers, Mike Pendesmo, Felix Jorgensen. I've heard people's argument that Jorgensen needing a lot of game time internationally, so maybe he doesn't fit. It doesn't matter. For me, it's about ability and consistently playing with the team. The likes of Alisson, Beckham, and all of these top goalkeepers. How many times have they played for the Brazilian national team before they became Liverpool number 1? And it's really about the quality of the goalkeeper and if the manager is ready to play him. And like shown, Matlaw said that time Omobo Philip Jenkins in Dean starting lineup, it was the highest roar that anybody could get in the game. That was Stanford Bridge on him. And it tells you, say, the fans in terms of confidence, the players in terms of confidence, now felt that Robert Sanchez had lost it and he wasn't the guy to give it to them. In Tisadia, let's get it in Philippe. Yeah, for Philippe, Philippe Banners of born home on there. He becomes the mainstay number one. And it was a big opportunity for him. Yes, he didn't have too much to do, but the other subsequent games that will come will throw something at him. He needs to stand his ground and show, say, he's an important player. He can be a Chelsea number one, which is very, very important. Another thing, as sporting directors, in January, I think maybe in the right one. Boy, now, your friend Dario Usongo, Portuguese player on board, or Sporting CB4 player or loan or Las Palmas. Now, it was very clear later in the conversation said Chelsea ain't in for them by in January because we bought two teams already, Obama Sporting and Obama Las Palmas. Now, Chelsea decided that they will bring in a Songo in the summer and almost a pre-contract agreement for the summer. And in almost every outlet, Record Portugal, any all of those guys, air reports said Chelsea had done a pre-contract agreement with Dario. I'm saying I'm Yadma in the summer. I think that he is essentially the Moise Caicedo region. Essentially, Moise Caicedo region. Your friend Dario Esungo in terms of the ball winning ability, the physicality, the duel monstering ability, the combativeness, how he always wants to go into battles and try and win them. And again, like I did say, essentially it's not just about the physicality and the combative ability of the players. No, it's also more about playing at the end of the man on the ball. So when your ball also at the end, is he good enough on the ball? Can he dictate the pace of the game on the ball? And it looks as you said, Dario Esungo, that player who is also equally good on the ball. And it's something that Chelsea fans are saying in the summer they are going to get him and they'll get him over 80. I mean, transfer window now around here. It's the hope of a lot of Chelsea fans said, and can move it to me and start your share from now going saying that okay, now Chelsea can consistently get some wins over there. Because some team winning. I mean, if you look at the fixture list of Man City and Chelsea and other teams now, City, any Newcastle will born at home, Liverpool will be better born at home. I mean, all of those things will play themselves, but Chelsea are done for now, and they need to get wins in Brighton, Villa, all of those matches. If you're able to get consistent wins against some of these teams, then you get yourself assured set top four. Now, sorry, top four automatic qualification means that the first target set for Chelsea for the summer now has been hit, and when it is our target thing, then obviously you go on and say, okay, fine, I want to build on it and get some quality stuff on them in terms of what you want to do over there. Very, very important for team your friend at Chelsea. Real Madrid, our big game still. Cristiano Ronaldo come on ODM and 2 days ago, no, it's still going on. Madrid newsletter, no, Alaba injury, Real Madrid defensive dilemma because obviously Abrantia, your friend Antonio Rudiger injured, and according to Carlo Ancelotti, Abrantia, your friend Antonio Rudiger is going to be out for the very least 20 days for team my friend Real Madrid. Not a good one at all. What Madrid for now have gone through with Abrantia and Rudiger, but definitely he wasn't managed. I think that was a match that he should have been rested. And then Madrid for no able against Leganés over the Leganés. It's a big game. Madrid for no echo against Leganés, but obviously without the most important player at the back for them, who is Abrantia, your friend Antonio Rudiger. And then the birthday of Cristiano Ronaldo. 438 games at Madrid, 451 goals, 131 assists, 16 trophies, 4 Champions Leagues, 4 Ballon d'Ors. Simply the greatest. And obviously, I agree with him. Saying he is the greatest player in the history of the game. No? Obviously, you have to back yourself for anybody to back you. And it looks as his branch friend Cristiano Ronaldo really does back himself in that regard. Carlo Ancelotti, having Cristiano in my team helped me stay much calmer on the bench. Knowing that Cristiano will deliver at the end of the day, you know, very, very important stuff for Abrantia, a friend of Cristiano Ronaldo. David Alaba in a small setback in terms of the muscle, and these things happen. So when you're long-term injury, so about Barca, so about you feel something. It's only right, say doctors when Becca is okay, then sit out. They assess over the next few days. Then we can see, okay, I say we have to be worried about, and I say we don't have to be worried about. And that's exactly the issue of our branch friend David Alaba our team, your friend Real Madrid over there. And then, Tiesa Branch, your friend Andre Lonin, and a better pony. Andre in a better pony. I'm a team, my friend Real Madrid against in the game against Leganes. Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe both out in some match now. Omani Leganes Ebebono, Vini Jr. Bebo, but Jude Bellingham and Mbappe are out because Carlo Ancelotti would want to rest some of the players and make sure say any matter of fatigue. Beside Carlo Ancelotti about the centre back options. And I say now that I have to think about emergency options. We fixed it last year. We trust in the U team and in Jacob Ramon, who has a great opportunity to come in and play. Vinny Jr. is available for tomorrow, but Jude is out. Later on a confirmation. Even Abrantia, your friend Kylian Mbappe is going to be out and he's not going to play in that game against Tima, your friend Leganes over there. It's a huge one for them. For FC Barcelona, it's a good one for them. Singh said Deco Bay, sporting director. Barca are maintaining financial restraints and albeit still gotten some successes and I've had some growth. I think that Deco has done a good job. If you look back at the Juma Deco over the last few years as Barca for technical director in terms of transfers, especially in the midst of all the financial restraints on Warner, I think it has been a very, very good job done by Deco, and you give him a lot of credit over the past 2 seasons. The club ranks 56th in Europe for transfer spending, while also restoring a 1:1 rule. This strategy positions Barca to make strong moves in the summer, in the markets and beyond. And of course, it's thanks to Abrantia, your friend Deco. He has done a very, very good job. Rashford's name was on Barca's table, but at no time there was an urgency of desperation of the club to make it happen over there for Abrantia, your friend of Marcus Rashford. Barca are preparing over there to go in and play their game for the weekend. Barca players don't on events that they went to have a conversation. Of course, Rohan Arao will say he's excited. I'm happy to continue my many more years at this club. I always very calm with the contract situation and was clear on what I wanted. That's with Ronald Arao and everything that's going on with FC Barcelona over there. It's been a very, very good set of days for Team Efren and Barca, getting extra money for Madrid from Kwakoto, Abrantia, your friend Nico Gonzalez from Sporting, our Portuguese league, and everything that's going on over there. Almost everybody's celebrating the 40th birthday. Wow. Cristiano Ronaldo at age 40. Still. What a guy. At age 40, still going. Ronaldo is something else over there. And I think that he deserves all the praise, all the credit in terms of how much of a good player he has been, our teamer. In fact, across all of the games, all the competitions that he has played, he has been very, very important over there. So, Obekaya, Chelsea for signing Matis Amogu. Almost signing Matis Amogu. Before we start question, say, now Andre Santos and Kendrick Paye. Now the plan is simple. What is going to happen is Amogu Ebeko teamer, your friend is Strasbourg in the summer. Now he's not going to get enough playing time. But Chelsea want to develop him physically, get him know around the club, know blue code, know what they like to do, what they don't do. Then in the summer, Frey Andre Santos from Team Friend Strasbourg. Then they can take another very, very good potential midfielder to go to Strasbourg for proper development of my team name. Then they will add a brand friend Dario Sugo to Chelsea. Clear. So Andre Santos and Yami Adman next season. The midfield of Chelsea, Abe Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos. There's going to be Dario Sugo. Then there's also going to be Romeo Lavia. If you want. So these essentially 5 midfielders, almost every profile needed: physicality, combativeness, technical ability on the ball, press resistance, all of those qualities that you need on the ball as a single 6, double 6, and all of those things will be very, very important to Chelsea. Senegal, you can get a job. And guys, I think in the conversation, ABC of Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Sure, someone subscribe to the channel now, subscribe and turn notification. Until then, bye bye.